Okay, Arash, you did it again. Wonderful class, man. Um, you did a lot of neat things in this class, and I could tell that you've been practicing and you're getting to uh, to really be familiar with what's going on the fretboard. Um, Very good stuff. It looks like you have a lot of control too over your notes, whatever notes that you're choosing for solos. It's getting a lot better. We're going to work on tempo for your chord progressions and for some of the melodies that the ideas that you have there. Um, First things first, the warm ups were good. Everything was great there. The G major and the modes that go along with it, brilliant. You've got everything down, Pat. It's very good. We went into the Afro Brazilian song. That one, the progression there, G major seventh, C major seventh. That was very good too. This the way of playing. You've got this perfect. This that perfect. We changed it up a little bit, and I liked you just picked that up really quick. The picking for it. Again, I just kind of right, and then we went. I liked what you did there, where you were used just kind of like picking downward and up. That was very good. Um, the ideas for the solos on that. Okay, when we changed the picking and the mood of that song, your ideas started to flow a lot better. Okay, and what I was mentioning in class about the subtleties, you're going to see those subtleties when you slow things down. You want to slow everything down so you could hear the subtleties. That way, when we speed it up and we do like a normal tempo, you'll be able to hit those repeat those notes the way you want it to. You'll be able to do a whole lot of things there. But if you're having problems with that right now, go back to the and the and it would be good to do tremolo there, or like vibrato if you want to, where you're just kind of like letting it, or you can do one of those things, or like the tremolo, or you can do just basically holding the note and just making the phrase very simple. All right, and then what you could do after that, if it's like really easy for you and you want to kind of speed things up, instead of doing the Afro Brazilian way, you can just kind of like strum it down. And just do it that way, and then it'll build up until you get to, and you'll be able to, those ideas will flow a lot better. You'll have a lot more comfort and confidence when you go into your notes, whatever those notes are that you want to choose to play, as far as like solos and things. um, Pentatonics. All right, I was talking to Chris about this. When you were doing your scales, we came across the pentatonics, and I know that you know the other way of playing the A pentatonic. You can add the tension notes, which would be the 5 6 7 on your fifth string. I'm just going to go through it real quick. It would be 5 8 5 6 7 5 8, or I'm sorry, 5 7 5 7 8 5 8 5 8. Okay, again it would be 5 8 5 6 7 5 7 5 7 8 5 8 5 8. Okay, you know that. All right. For your solo work, um, you're gonna have reference points. You have an A here on your first string, fifth fret. You have an A on your seventh fret of your fourth string, and you have an A on your fifth fret of your sixth string. All right. Okay. So you have the idea of building up reference points for soloing, it kind of goes this way. That concept, it's a process, and the process should go this way. You learn the pentatonic scale, or whatever scale it is that you're focusing on. You learn it well. You learn the patterns. You learn the form of it in the simplest way. You're going to develop muscle memory of those patterns and of those shapes of those scales, right? The basic ones. Now we have 5/8, 5/7, 5/7, 5/7, 5/8, 5/8, and you have the other one that we just did with the tension notes on it. You'll know that you've developed that without having to look at the neck of your guitar. Once that happens, that means you're pretty comfortable and you're pretty confident on what you're doing. The next step is this: you develop these reference points, because you can play with feeling, but playing with feeling is like a baby crawling. When it learns how to walk, it becomes more specific in what it's trying to do. Talking is the same kind of thing. You make sounds, but then you form words with those sounds, and then you form sentences that people can understand, right? So this is also, I think, in week number 3 of that manual and the book too. So this is how we do it. When you get to that point where you know what you're doing, you develop the reference point of, okay, A is on that 5th fret of the 1st string. It's also on the 7th fret of the 4th string, and it's also on the 5th fret of the 6th string. So between these two octaves, you have a wide range of a lot of ideas, and you would think that you'd be stifled because there's rules in playing the notes within the structure, but that's not the case at all. When you know where everything is, those are your tools of speaking. Those are your tools of playing freely and expressing your thoughts freely and without effortlessly. Just, you'll be able to just do it, right? So here we are. Okay, here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to start here. I'm going to end on the middle octave of the A, right? So boom, that's one, right? And you could, that's another one, right? And you could kind of like, okay, you have your 5th string as an open A. You could do that. All right, and finalize it with the lowest octave, which would be like right there on your 6th string, 5th fret, right there. All right. So, and this is just random notes that I'm playing, but when you play that, you have a certain order, and whoever's listening to it will understand what's going on some level. Okay, because you've maintained some kind of an organization there as far as like your ideas flowing and you playing those ideas. Okay, so that's the idea for that. Okay, we went into the Stevie Wonder song. Now that was really good. What you were doing there, you've got the progression down really well. Just understand that when you get to the end, right? Okay, I'll play a little bit of it. So. And then we repeated it. then this is the part where we descend. We just go, and then we. All right, I'll play that again. It's minor, minor seventh, dominant, minor seventh, major seventh, minor seventh, dominant seventh. Okay, and then I say at this point here, we just kind of linger in on the. It's actually 4 chords that we could play with to maintain like an Afro-Cuban kind of a style. It's a. I did an A minor 7 there, but the idea is right from there, you can go into an E pentatonic and use those ideas for phrasing your solos. You could do it up here because you know all those spaces there. You can also do like a the major seventh, right? The modes, all right. You could play all of that over that progression. Right? Octaves, playing with those octaves and boom, right? You could do a lot of different things. So I encourage you to go through that, keep those concepts of how to use some phrases and how to organize those things using those reference points. Play around also with the melody of that song, because I think you can do it. It would be or yeah, you're here. Right? I'll play it again. So. All right, and then you would go. Or I would leave that because you can play a couple of things there, but just go to that point and see what you come up with. All right, and practice playing some solos over it. All right, so I would record myself playing that progression, and then play along with the chord progression the way that you would play it. Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Good stuff again, man. Good class. If you have any questions, just leave a comment below. God bless.